So Nick, how is Rolls-Royce taking a more digitally focused approach to its services division?
So Rolls-Royce is a massive services business. The whole business is about taking risk from our customers, taking it into Rolls-Royce. We can only manage that risk if we digitise, because we have to make better decisions than somebody else could make on their own. So we have to look at all of the different value points through the services, whether that's designing the part right, it's constructing the right contract, whether that's avoiding surprises or reducing the cost through the lifetime of the service. That's where we target digital. And to get there, we have to understand how we're going to get the data in. So that's data from our equipment, it's data from third parties, from the shops, from the factories. It's applying the deep maths into that so we really understand what's happening, and then also getting the outcomes to the right decision makers at the right time. And to do that is quite an exercise, as you can imagine. So around that we have to invest in a series of enablers. We need to create a community of data scientists. We have to create a digital platform which allows us to build quickly and not necessarily capitalise all of those builds and sort of see those more as OPEX costs. We need to free up people to innovate. The day job is really busy, so unless you consciously set aside people to innovate, innovation doesn't happen. So all of these things are becoming an organisational strategy within Rolls-Royce, the enablers, plus then the delivery into the service contracts.
Sure. What are some of the real tangible benefits Rolls-Royce has experienced by embracing these digital services and this influx of data?
So the really tangible bits come in when you look at a service contract. You look at the cost drivers inside of that, so we can remove a lot of surprises for that contract. Surprise equals disruption equals cost. It's usually unplanned cost, which is the worst kind. So we can control those by obviously predictive equipment health monitoring kind of techniques, and those have just gone better and better and better through time. We're now really sharp at picking those sorts of things out. You can look at the deep performance of the equipment, so you can understand exactly the kind of life that it's experiencing. You can remove design conservatism. So instead of having to bring it in at every few hundred cycles or 1,000 cycles, you could extend that life out and justify that based on a deep knowledge of what the equipment's doing. So less capacity needed in the shops, less disruption for the customers because the engines are not coming off so often. And as I say, all the way back into the design life cycle. But if you really understand exactly how a piece of equipment is going to behave, because you can simulate that in a digital twin, you can design it right first time. Would be an ambition. Maybe it's not always right first time, but very, very close to that. And you're cutting out that cost of refining the product through its service.
Okay.